Today I want to make a video on how to change the oil on a Yamaha Raptor 660. In comparison to anything else you do on this bike, this isn't too horrible. Basically everything on this is a giant pain to work on. But I am doing a couple other projects on this, and one of them I need to do is change the oil. So two stories I want to go over. One, obviously we're doing oil, we need an oil pan. When they designed this, let's say for name purposes to make it easy, Tim decided, you know what, we are not going to be like every other manufacturer of motor equipment. We're going to put the drain in the worst possible place that you can go for instead of the easiest. So let me show you why. See that very unassuming bolt? That's the drain plug. That's 11/16. It's right next to a variety of crap that you don't want to mess up, and it's next to, you don't want to ram your hand into that. It's just a giant pain. Then Tim decided to take us one step forward. I guess his boss was impressed enough that he already made it more difficult than the other one. He decided to put it not only on the side, but because it's now on the bottom, I feel like it doesn't drain as well. I could be wrong, I don't know. I've just always liked them on the bottom. It just drains easier. I mean, on the ATVs I've worked on, granted, I'm not a straight up ATV mechanic or anything, but there's a good dozen or two I've worked on throughout the years. Not a single one is like this. Tim really did us a good one. But what I mean to say is take your 11/16, crack it open, take your oil pan, put it underneath, and then over here, let's see here, you want to take that dipstick out because that will feed down to the main system. And then on the other side you want to change your oil filter too, but we're going to do that after the oil's done draining, because that would just be yet another cleanup that we don't want to deal with. And yet again, not only does the drain on this side, but the oil filter is on this side. Isn't that nice of Tim? Right there. So I'm going to get that off, crack it off, and I'll bring you guys back once it's draining. Okay, so it's finally draining. Well, I'm pretty sure Hulk put that bolt on earlier, but it's finally draining. Next, we're going to have to drain the oil out of the reservoir. I misspoke. I thought it was an 11/16. It's actually 17 millimeter. This bolt, it's going to be down there. Hopefully you can see it, but that one is a 14 millimeter. I'm going to let this drain, and then we're going to move that over there. It's not really a clean way of doing this. It literally just has to drain on the frame, unfortunately, but we'll just have to wipe it up, and then we will take the filter off and put the new oil in. So the idea that it would have to drain all over this frame was stupid to me, so I just took some zip ties and just putting it through a funnel. It's just a normal funnel. Probably put the oil in it with that as well. Clean it out thoroughly, of course. I didn't undo the dipstick because I didn't want it to come out too fast, because I didn't want it to overflow. But this way it's going to be a lot cleaner, and I'm only out 2 zip ties. Something else you want to do, the condition of the washer behind the drain plug. You want to look at it, and if it's decent, you could probably get away with using it again. But definitely buy a new one. When you buy oil and filter and all that, just buy a new washer that goes with it. They're almost next to a door to each other when you buy it. It's a pretty common procedure to replace that, including in your vehicle as well. So I'm going to let this drain. Be right back. So it's a Yamaha filter, but it's kind of cheap, but it still will work. I hope I don't really have to explain this, but take it off. I like using a filter clamp. It will probably get dirty on this one, unfortunately. And then before you put it on, though, make sure to put oil on the gasket or the sealing surface. That way, if it comes off a lot easier. And it's just a good practice, kind of keeps it sealed. And when you take it off, make sure the other seal isn't on the engine, because you don't want to have two on there, otherwise you'll have an explosive mess on your hands. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to put this in there. It's a ATV, UTV, engine oil. It's a 1040 mix. Almost everything's 1040, maybe a few times it's 1030. But you need to make sure it's this type of oil. I'll explain why. In there is a wet clutch. Your oil is not only your oil for your engine, it's also your oil for your clutch. And normal engine oil has additives that's going to cause your clutch to wear prematurely and slip. These are a lot better than made for a wet clutch. AM's oil is a good one. That one was Lucas. I've used Chevron, not Chevron, just a variety of them, really. They're all pretty decent. You just want to get the cheap ones, because you're just going to be, you want to have your engine well lubricated and your clutch taken care of. So the process is on the fill over in that plug, we're going to take it out, fill 1.5 quarts or liters. I'll have to double check. I'll let you know when I bring that specs up back online. But then you turn it on for about 30 seconds, let it run through, and then add about another quart or a liter. Let me make sure. Alright, it's quart. So you put 1.5 in there, let it run for about 30 seconds. 15-20 seconds. You'll take it from the reservoir, put it in the engine, and it should be good to go. You don't want to rev it up though, you want to idle it. And then you just put the other, it says 2.5 quarts total. I've always found that it's about a little over 2, 2.1, 2.2, maybe 2.3. After you put 2, put your dipstick in, measure it, and just put in small amounts after that just to see, and then wait until it comes up to the appropriate level. Let it run again for another 30 seconds or so, then do it again. I've had some that actually do take the full amount, but usually they only take a fraction of it, or about 80%, 90% of what it says on the internet or on the manual. Not really sure how that works out. I always assumed it was the filter, but we put a new filter in, so wonders will wonder. Anyway, so that's basically it. Just make sure everything's tight, let it run for a good couple minutes. After you're done with that, check it often. After it runs for a couple seconds, check the level again. If you don't see any leaks, drips, or wet spots, you should be set to go. Make sure to dispose your oil appropriately. Contact your local disposal facilities and see if there's anything that you can do. Mine offers a twice a month pickup, so maybe look into that. And other than that, that's really about it. It's a pretty simple process. You don't need to hold down the bolts. I just want to emphasize that. And that's about it. Well, hope you like this. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, let me know in the comments below. Definitely like and subscribe. Throw a thumbs up. That helps me a lot. I'll see everyone later. Bye.